Hello everyone, welcome to this session in which we begin the session this week when we're talking about uh, certain things around and about CAT, certain lesser known things, lesser known techniques of how you conduct yourself on the day of CAT or before the day of CAT, what you should be doing. Now, these things are very small things which one can ignore, but they can have a large implication if you consider them in the overall scheme of things. I'd suggest that these things only we learn if you haven't written a lot of examinations. It is highly possible that you might not have understood that how these things have an impact, but these things do have an impact. So to stay in touch, remember the kind of work which we're doing. Not only we're teaching you well from last 3.5, 4 months, we're at the same time trying to talk about things which are going to ensure that you do well in CAT. So please go to Plus CAT and subscription and the kind of effort which you're putting in bringing the quality content to you twice a day on the YouTube, and then on the free in the special classes which are free and the quizzes. You can trust us with the kind of content which will deliver to you once you subscribe to Unacademy. These are the following options in front of you. So I think for the CAT 2020 Wala's 6 months plans makes more sense. 14,000 for 6 months, and for 24 months 18,900. And for 12 months 3,750 after using the code Saxena Live. Another point is that if you if you try and if you look at the CAT cycle, so I think for 2020 Wala 6 months makes sense. Why I said this is because all your examinations in GDPI will only get over by March, April next year. And for the people for 2021, things will only get over by 2022, March, April. So I think 6 months and 2024 months make sense to me. Use the code Saxena Live to get 10% discount. This is already the most subsidized course which rates you will get it anywhere. Also, we also have I'm also saying this because we are the oldest when it comes to the edtech and online coaching and training. The other academies and other coaching institutions, they were offline always, and they have just started the business in online. So I think we stand a better chance to when it comes to the seamless delivery of question papers and doubt solving sessions. Because if you've seen the app also, in the special classes, you've seen the kind of interface which you have, the kind of ease of using the quizzes and ease of asking questions. It is as if a person is sitting in front of you. So and we'll be helping you after CAT. We'll be helping you in ZAT and NMAT and SNAP, and we'll be also helping you in GDPI. So what you should be doing before the CAT, I think taking a printout of admit card is very important early on, because sometimes people delay to the last day or the second last day or the day before. Take the printout of the admit card, paste find a photograph or the kind of the same photograph which you have used in the digital format when you were actually registering for the CAT. If you don't have that photograph, you can still utilize that digital copy which you had used to get its copies from the studio. That it'll take not more than 10-15 minutes. But the problem is that if you'll delay to the very last day or the day of CAT, that day will become very panic. This 15-20 minutes will create a lot of panic in your mind. So take a printout of your admit card, paste the photograph, and if you see that there's somewhere you have to sign, if you can sign it there, but I think sign has to be done in front of the and when the examiner comes to you, when the exam invigilator comes to you, only at that point you have to sign it probably. So read the instructions very, very carefully, and be ready with your admit card, and do not delay this printout of the admit card to the very last day. Like I said, go through all the instructions very carefully. So yeah, going through instructions is extremely important, such that see what happens, that there are certain things which we do, and certain things happen to us if we sort of don't follow certain things. What I'm trying to say that we tend to ignore to read the instructions. We tend to postpone looking at the instructions. We tend to postpone looking at certain aspects of our examination to the very last day, because of so many reasons, because of being busy, because of being occupied by other things. But all the time we realize that reading instructions actually is very important, and it's actually going to ensure your good performance. So sometimes reading instructions which are given in the admit card, reading instructions when the examination screen actually pops up in front of you, reading instructions when you are when you are going to each and every question, and reading the instructions, absolutely important. Even if you lose 5 minutes, it's all right, because you at least know with confidence that whatever you have done is correct. So like I say, that it's an awareness and it's a confidence game. Like the more aware you are of your thoughts and emotions, and more confidence you have in the preparation which you have done, and the confidence which you have in the way you're doing things right now, they hold a lot of sway. They matter a lot when it comes to writing any all India level entrance, and that day when you will go there, you will see hundreds and thousands of people. There'll be issue with respect to phone. Somebody will say phone is allowed, somebody will say phone is not allowed. The instruction will say that there's no place where phones can be kept or bags can be kept. So you'll be searching for somebody to take your phone on the last day. All these complications are going to arise. So try and resolve these complications earlier. Try and find a place where you can keep your phone in a wallet. Say pull in with people, ask on the chat groups if there are people who are in the same city. If any college friend, school friend, or any colleague or anybody in your area is writing the examination, you can pull in. But due to the corona crisis, I think that will also be a challenge. But then thing can be, for example, if you have to travel by a bike, so you can just keep your important documents, say whatever your vehicle registration specific document, that they will be in that small compartment in your bikes and your scooters. But then you can just keep your DL and one more ID card and some cash with you, so that you don't have to and you can, like I've already told you, that you can go to the place, to the center one day earlier, so you know how to reach there. Or you can book a cab in advance, and you can sort of make some arrangement with them that they can come and pick you up after 3-4 hours, or you can go with family. Like I said, you can pull in also if you're not but then corona is a crisis. But still, if you think that it's safe enough and you can wear mask, so you can sort of manage those smaller final details. I'm not saying that you panic about them, or you become finicky about them, or you become too conscious about them. I'm not saying that. But what I'm trying to say, that these smaller this week, when we're talking about the smaller details, they sometimes matter a lot when you're writing the when you're writing the examination. I would also recommend that you visit the center if you are in the same city and you do not know the place well. So if you are living, say if you're in the same city, you can visit the center a week in advance. When things are a little cool down, you're not panic. If you have a center which is in a different city, then it's all right that you reach one day earlier by afternoon, like I've said, and you sort of go and visit the center if it's a little far. If you're very sure that the center is very close to your hotel or the place where you're staying in the city which you've come to write the entrance, then probably you can not go and you can go to the same day. But I think if it's in your own city, you can go and visit the center a week in advance. That makes more sense to me. So what happens is, if you visit the center, these doubts regarding the place and address and the commutation and the other details, also since you have gone there, you can go and ask, will you offer us a place to keep the phones? These smaller details can sort of come up. And if you have done something earlier, doing it for the second time, the amount of anxiety and the amount of course the excitement also reduces, but the amount of anxiety reduces a lot. So you'll be more confident of commuting and taking bus ride or riding there. These all things can be taken care of. Lifestyle, I think eating well makes a lot of sense. Like I said, sleeping well makes sense. Exercising makes sense to you. Like I've said, being aware of your thoughts and emotions, and keep looking through all those questions which you've done, the test series which you've done, the notes which you've made. All that is extremely important to you. So lifestyle, like I've said, sleeping well, eating well, and exercising, both these 3-4 aspects, and being aware of your thoughts and emotions and going through your notes is extremely important. How does this impact? So it impacts a lot of level. It impacts at a very, very subconscious level, that you might want to say, if you're sleeping well and if you're eating well, if you're doing exercise, and half of the problems, they get resolved on their own, and the amount of confidence and the panic which you have, it comes down a lot on the last day. So that is how it is. So please use those techniques, and please utilize those techniques and try and like I said, that going through notes of previous notes and tests is extremely important. Going through the test is extremely important. You can do it in a way that you can sort of see what happens, that whatever notes you have made on your own, whatever calculations you've done on your own, and whatever mistakes you've done on your own on the online mock test, if you go through them, it sort of gives you some sort of a relief and a confidence and a faith and assurance and validation that you have done so much. It's not that you haven't done. So your actual image of your preparation, no matter whatever your mock test scores are and your SimCAT scores and your full length online test scores are, you get a sense of confidence that, okay, yeah, I have achieved so much. I have done so much, and you become aware of the mistakes that you've done. You become aware of the things you have done, and whatever you have not done, it's all right. But what all you have done, that is also extremely important. So I think it's extremely relevant that if a certain amount of effort is put into going through whatever you have done and whatever you have achieved, I think that makes more sense. And I think there is extreme amount of responsibility on us to sort of conform to confirm to ourselves that every candidate has to confirm to himself or herself that what all he has achieved, what all he or she has done, what are the various aspects he or she has covered. And probably that can also set a tone for your preparation henceforth. How will you manage time now, and what all areas you have to work on, what all areas you have to work after CAT, because after CAT is also very important, because you have other examinations at least 1 month from now. And if you prepare properly for CAT, and if you're relaxed, and if you do relatively well than you might have imagined you would be doing, your performance in other management entrances after CAT will also improve. Right, so that makes a lot of sense to me. So like I've said, go through all the previous notes and test, and try and manage yourself well. I'll also say that yeah, like I've said, keep solving a few questions every day. Keep solving a couple of questions every day. Don't think that okay, we've solved questions and you don't need to solve questions. Keep solving a few questions every day. Keep solving questions from all kinds of questions, whether it is para jumble, whether it's odd one out, or para summary, or reading comprehension. Keep solving these few questions every day, and keep analyzing those mistakes also every day. This is extremely important. It is also very important to keep doing this after CAT also, because there are a lot of examinations which will be after CAT. Also look at the specific pattern in those examinations. If they're asking for GK, there are a lot of GK courses which are free on the Unacademy app. There are a lot of free GK related sessions which have happened on the Unacademy YouTube channels and the Unacademy app itself. And you can go through a lot of GK content. You can also take help of other sources outside if you wish to. But go through your GK. If they are asking any specific type of question, you can post for a query in one of those in the Telegram channel, and we will bring those as specific content for you. It makes a lot of sense if you try and so yeah, like I've said, solving questions is also important, and analyzing those questions is also important. That if you have written certain questions, if you've done certain questions, and you have answered them incorrectly, then why did it happen? What made it happen that day? What sort of things you can avoid in the future, that these things don't happen. So I think this question is very important to yourself, that whether you have analyzed the wrong questions properly or not, if you have understood where all you have went wrong properly or not. So I think making a chart, like we have discussed in previous classes also, you can go to any of my previous classes and you will find a chart that, okay, on one hand you have this thing that, okay, that what is a kind of question where you made mistake. What lesson you've learned, and what changes you would like to make to your preparation methodology. So these kind of questions, asking the kind of question you went wrong, I think these questions matter a lot. And so say the question is a parasummary question. And lesson you've learned is that I marked the answer, the option that was contrary to the ideas of the passage. What changes you would like to make to your preparation? So I would like to write summary of the paragraph given, and I would like to understand the central idea and primary purpose of the passage. So I think this is extremely important that you do it. And right, right, I think like I've discussed, that Unacademy subscription offers you live classes, you get to interact with the educator, you get live polls and leaderboard, test series and analysis session, and so what happens that live classes it's like a actual class. You get to talk to the educator, you can chat with us, you can ask questions, we'll conduct quizzes and test series. See, test series and analysis is very important, because if somebody doesn't analyzes and tells you where you're going wrong, and it doesn't ask you the questions, it doesn't it doesn't have a lot of questions or a variety of questions, then I think it's going to have a lot of impact on your performance as such. So please start utilizing it, and also have we'll also have loud doubt clearing sessions which you can make use of. So thank you very much and take care.